3 words: cat, cats, banana. To you it's obvious, cat and cats are the same thing. Cat and banana have nothing to do with each other. To a computer that just sees character strings, cat and cats share 3 letters. Cat and banana share 0. The relatedness you feel is invisible to the machine. This is morphology, the second layer of language. The thing that makes cats and cat one word with a tiny tag, and that turns the word unbelievably into a tower of 4 pieces stacked on top of each other. Last episode, we cracked open phonology, the sound layer. We saw that the boundaries you hear are invented by your brain. Today, we climb up one floor, the morphology layer, where sounds get bundled into the smallest pieces that actually carry meaning. Here's the puzzle for today. English is a poor language for thinking about morphology. We just slap an S on the end and call it a day. But there are languages where one word equals an entire English sentence, and the NLP systems that work great on English fall over when they meet them. Today's 3 beats. First, morphemes, the smallest units of meaning, and how unbelievably is actually 4 words pretending to be 1. Second, inflection versus derivation, the boring grammar split that turns out to control how NLP systems store words. Third, why English NLP breaks on Turkish, Finnish, and Arabic, the languages where morphology is the whole game. Beat 1, the morpheme, the smallest unit of language that actually carries meaning, smaller than a word, bigger than a phoneme. The word cat is 1 morpheme, cat. The word cats is 2, cat plus a plural s tag. The word unbelievably is 4, unbelieve, able, lie. 4 little machines glued together. Now the killer distinction. Some morphemes stand on their own. Cat is a free morpheme. Believe is a free morpheme. You can say them alone and they make sense, but able, li, s, those are bound morphemes. They cannot live on their own. They have to attach to something. Free morphemes are the building blocks. Bound morphemes are the tape. And here's the productivity trick. Once a language has a morpheme, it can stack it onto almost anything. Take able, you can drive, then a car is drivable. You can read, then a book is readable. You can believe, then a story is believable. 3 new words, 0 new memorization. Just 1 morpheme doing the work. That is what makes language infinite from a finite vocabulary. Beat 2, the split that runs the morpheme world. Inflection versus derivation. Inflection is when you add a piece that just changes the grammar. Same word, different form. Cat becomes cats. Walk becomes walked. The word is still itself, just dressed for a different occasion. Derivation is when you add a piece that creates a new word, a different word with a different meaning. Believe is a verb. Add able and you get believable, an adjective. Add un and you get unbelievable, the opposite adjective. Add lie and you get unbelievably, an adverb. 4 words, 4 meanings, 1 root. Why does any of this matter for a computer? Because inflection says, when you store the word cats, store it as the same entry as cat, with a plural tag. Derivation says, unbelievably is its own entry, related to believe but listed separately. The whole shape of an NLP lexicon is built on this split. Beat 3, the English illusion. Look at this single Turkish word, evlerinizden, 5 morphemes glued together. EV means house, LER makes it plural, INIZ means your plural, den means from. The whole word means from your houses. 1 Turkish word equals 4 English ones. Arabic does something even wilder. The meaning sits in 3 consonants, a root. KTB is the right root. Plug different vowel patterns into it and you get Kaaba, he wrote. KATIE, writer. Maktub, letter. Kitab, book. Same 3 consonants, different vowel skeletons, totally different words. Morphology is not always a chain. Sometimes it's a template. So here's the lesson that breaks naive NLP. English has maybe a few dozen common suffixes. Turkish verbs can take so many endings that a single verb can produce hundreds of distinct word forms. A word counter built for English thinks Turkish has way more vocabulary than it does. Modern NLP partially sidesteps this with subword tokenizers. Same sidestep move whisper pulled with phonology. same trick, new layer. Coming up 2 videos from now. 3 takeaways before the quiz. 1. Morphemes are the smallest meaning-carrying units. Unbelievably is 4, not 1. 2. Inflection bends a word into a new form. Derivation creates a new word. NLP lexicons are built around this split. 3. English is the lazy case. Turkish, Finnish, Arabic break naive. English built NLP. Subword tokenization is the modern partial rescue. Quiz 1. How many morphemes are in the word unbelievably? A 1, it's a single word. B2, un and believably. C3, un, believe, ably. Or D4, un, believe, able, lie. D4, un is the negation. Believe is the root verb. Able turns it into an adjective. Ly turns it into an adverb. 4 little machines glued together pretending to be one word. Quiz 2. What's the difference between inflection and derivation? A. They're the same thing. B. Inflection makes a new form. Derivation makes a new word. C. Inflection makes a new word. Derivation makes a new form. Or D. Only derivation uses suffixes. B. Inflection bends a word into a different form. Same word. Cat to cats. Derivation creates a brand new word with a different meaning. Believe to unbelievable. That's why cats is one lexicon entry, but unbelievable is its own. Quiz 3. Why does naive English-built NLP break on Turkish? A Turkish has too few vowels. B. Turkish words can stack many morphemes, exploding the vocabulary count. C. Turkish isn't written down. Or D. Turkish has no nouns. B. Turkish stacks morphemes. A single verb can have hundreds of distinct forms. A word counter sees them as totally different words. The system thinks Turkish has a huge vocabulary when really it's the same handful of roots in different costumes. Subword tokenization is the modern partial fix. Back to the puzzle. Morphology is where the English-centric bias in NLP first bites. The phonology layer was hard because perception is hard. The morphology layer is hard because we built the field on a language that has almost none. Every fix has to be retrofitted for the languages where morphology is the whole game. Next time, the lexicon, the mental dictionary. Why every dictionary you've ever seen is missing the words coined yesterday, and how NLP systems handle a word they've never met before. Hit subscribe if you want it the day it drops.